Eagle, remember Eagle products? Eagle electrical products,
Yeah.
made outlets and switches and stuff. Their motto was "Perfection is not an accident." So they used to buy wire nuts too. By numbers 7, 18, and 21.
They were all black.
They're all black.
Different sizes.
Check 1, 2. Bri, you've seen some of these, right?
Yes, I
Clips
have.
that we've done.
Yeah, I watched one yesterday.
That's fun.
The third one.
With Larry. With him and Larry?
No,
Spaghetti?
just him by himself.
Oh, just him by himself. Yeah.
Did you see the one with Larry at all?
I saw the beginning of it, and then I've never had a chance to go back to it.
He's hilarious. Do you know Larry
No.
at all?
He doesn't know him, no.
Yeah.
Well, Larry and Curly, but I don't know.
Yeah. Did you see they're doing flag football at the next Olympics?
No, are they really?
Yes.
Flag football 2028.
Yeah. Brady wants to play.
Yeah. It's going to be current and retired NFL. I'll watch the shit out of that one.
Is it going to be from all over the world?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume so.
I think they should try it as, just as in the United States first. Because a lot of the teams, like in the Little League, they have...
But flag football's played all over the world now.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have the Little League World Series, you get a team from Saudi Arabia. They're all Americans anyway because they all live on the
base.
military bases.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, like this is, I don't know what you've seen, but there's no plan. There's no script. There's no list of questions. It's just, what I've seen and from what I know, what I've read and watched, there's like a desire, there's like a need for content that's real and authentic and, shoot from the hip and from, experienced folks.
Replace hips.
And replace hips.
Replace hips.
And replace hips. Shoot from the replaced hips.
That's a good one,
So,
Brian.
wait, do you have any
No, he does.
You just have a knee, right?
He's a knee guy.
He's
I'm a
knee
hip
guy.
guy.
That's right.
And
You're
a
a
neck
hip
guy.
and a soon-to-be knee guy.
Soon to be a knee guy.
Soon-to-be knee guy. I know you were just telling
I
you were
have
telling
tools.
me.
Yeah, that's okay.
In a way.
I have tools. I can
Oh yeah.
half price.
But that's it. It's kind of the idea is to just capture some fun anecdotes and stories that we've that come out naturally in a chat.
Well,
like
you're
this.
part of our stories anyway.
Well, yeah, to a certain extent. Yep. Because of I guess Little League Baseball would be the first time we all came together, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you came to Westwood
T-ball.
T-ball.
Maybe T-ball.
Yeah.
Did I know you in T-ball?
I think so.
Because you came to Westwood. What year? You moved to Westwood.
94, 95, something like
Yeah.
that.
We used to have T-ball at the not Meadowbrook. Is it, what's the?
Brookside.
Brookside School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin and Kyle were on your team.
Yeah. And then it was just Little League Championship after Little League Championship.
Yeah. And we had Tommy Menendez.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name I was thinking of.
Tommy
Yeah.
Menendez.
Yeah. Well, his father was a court officer, right? Wasn't he?
I
don't know.
Lived over on Cardinal Lane
I don't know.
behind us.
Yeah.
He's a cop somewhere, Tommy.
Yeah.
I think he was in Trenton or something.
Epic teams, like multiple years in a row, is my memory.
Well, that's because we started practice in January,
Uh-huh.
right after a week after the draft.
The parking lots.
We'd shovel the basketball court.
Yeah.
Now they have the Newman Horgan rule where you can't do that anymore.
Is that the official name of the rule?
That's our official name.
Oh, they changed so many rules on us because
Yeah.
we'd pick a team and it was you, Colin, then Kyle, and
So you got a head start. We got a
and
head
then we
start.
had nobody wanted to take Randy
Uh-huh.
because of his dad, and then you have Randy's automatically on our team, and then
Yeah.
they changed it around, and you guys can't pick first, and okay, let's pick out of a hat. And he picks number one, and we get Mike Orlando.
Yeah.
And it was like, you guys can't do that.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And then the year they changed the rule where you couldn't steal home anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys were getting on base and stealing home. So
Yeah.
you can't steal home anymore.
Yeah.
That was
How
probably.
do you change the rules like that?
It's a great question. It was probably Kyle because of how fast he was. He was the speedy one.
Yeah. Kyle and Mike Orlando.
And Mike. but just
always-
all-time great teams.
Well, we didn't have to worry about it because we started. It was you and me, you and Colin, and then we picked the best player we could, and then which was Mike Orlando, and then we picked the best player who thought he was the best, which was
Right.
Terrence.
Confidence is everything.
Confidence is everything.
But he
Terrence
was good.
He was good.
He was really good.
Dude, I remember he played third base and I was playing first base, and he'd get a ground ball and I'd just start as soon as the ball would go down the line and he'd field it, I'd start getting nervous. I'm like, oh man, he's about to hurl this thing at me. I better catch this. Or if I don't catch it, it's going into my eye or I'm going to miss it. And it was always nerve-wracking, but it made me better.
I just threw out, about a month ago, all the books and the stats
Oh,
from the Little League.
Yeah.
All of those.
Yeah.
Did you take pictures of him first?
No, for what?
All the
Yeah,
game,
you're right.
all the game, every game that
Everything.
you.
The stats throughout the year, the pitching records,
Ooh.
the ERAs, the batting averages.
Yeah.
Weather
all that
forecast.
stuff.
I wish we had this chat a month ago.
I kept saying I was going to go bring it over to Nick.
Yeah.
Because I figured he'd be into it.
Oh
But
yeah.
like,
You know who'd be into it? Desmond. He loves collecting stats
but you look at him, you guys were all batting 450, 500, 600.
Yeah.
You know, Terrence, I think his pitching record was like 6-0, and he had an ERA under 1. And, you know, Orlando was batting like 850 or some
Yeah.
crap. And
Unreal.
like 100 stolen bases.
Total bases.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't you do like a printout? You would give us a
Yeah.
printout and be like, these are the stats
Yeah.
at the end of the year.
Yeah, I was into that for a while, doing the stats and keeping the books and stuff.
Yeah. Now Little League games are live streamed. Like my
Yeah.
brother has, if he can't make it to his kid's game, there's this whole company that sets up a camera in the backstop, and you just log in and you
It's
can see it.
nationwide.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
What's that called?
I forget.
Well, we have at the schools, we have huddle cameras and on the football field. And you can live stream. And now even the football games, there's a company, Scholastic something, I think. They come down and every Friday, every home game, every game, there's a crew with an announcer and the cameras and stuff, and it goes streams live. All the state of
awesome.
New Jersey.
How
Actually,
young do they do that?
This is the high school. I don't.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Teaneck Bergen Catholic game is on Yes Network live.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Definitely
Wow.
going to watch that.
yeah.
What time do you have to be there?
I'm going with Kyle. We're going to go. St. Mary's
Oh.
Cresskill is the first game at 1. And
Where is it?
Rothman Center.
Oh wow. Okay.
That sounds fun.
But everything is televised.
Yeah.
It's convenience, you know. Not everyone can make it. Okay,
No.
well, then you watch a recap.
And what's it on? The S Network.
Yes
Yes.
Network, yeah.
So if I watch it, I might see you there. Just make a sign that says, hey, I'm
Yeah.
in.
Well, Greg was at the Super Bowl and he said, watch me. I'm in section 121. We're like, yeah, we're going to see you in section 121.
Or better yet, I see these players at the hockey game with their shirts off. Take your shirt off and maybe.
They'll throw me out.
What does Greg do with Fanatics that he got the invite over there?
He goes
Super Bowl.
down to FanDuel a lot, gambles and places bets. And
So he gets treated well because he. gives
yeah,
them-
He's a high roller, more or
a high-
less.
I guess you classify him as a high
Yeah,
roller.
yeah.
We went to a Jet pregame this year with him, and we had in the FanDuel box. And
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
So yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
he does okay for himself.
Did you? Were you happy for Darnold, or did you not give a shit
No, I was happy.
for him?
I
was
think
happy
he got
for him,
shafted
too.
at the Jets.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't have any good coaching for him. Who was there? Adam Gase.
Yeah.
It was 2-3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Jets was 2 or 3 seasons. Then he
Yeah.
went to Carolina. Then he went to San Francisco for a year, and then Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 5 or 6 years. Yeah. It was good. I
Yeah, you got to feel good for somebody
Yeah,
like that.
I feel good for him.
Yeah.
I feel good for
And
him.
he's not a quitter, that's for sure.
No. Since this is, about kind of a little bit of blue collar kind of work and backgrounds and things, I mean, it tends to be the main
Just turning the
theme
volume off for my phone.
throughout these things. Did you guys ever do any, do you remember the first time you guys worked together on a job? Did you guys ever do you ever
Charlie
refer
Brown's,
each
maybe?
other?
no. Well, I don't know. The
Short
Little
downs.
League field
Oh, when we put the lights up.
with the lights up.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday actually, because when I was picking my
The
truck
bucket
up.
trucks.
Yeah, no, we had
Take a
Johnny
bucket.
Tree did that. I have a story about
okay.
Johnny Tree too.
Johnny Timber.
But when I was leaving after picking up my truck yesterday, I drove by Pete Masucci's house, and he's an electrician in
I was
town,
with
too.
you. Yeah.
And he was supposed to help us put the lights up, but he couldn't because he had to put curtains up, remember?
I actually have pictures downstairs.
I thought you were gonna tell
on
me
my
you have his
computer
curtains.
of us doing that job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Meadowbrook.
Yeah,
Is that yeah?
The first time that you guys worked together was.
yeah, basically, yeah.
We put the
That was-
lights up. We put the yellow stuff on top of the fence for safety after Weisgerber got hung up into the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And we put the green thing up for when we had the playoffs there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of changes.
Did a lot
yeah.
of
Now
work.
there's a
Yeah.
big building. There's like a finished house there now.
Yeah.
The
no,
second story and everything on it.
Yeah.
funny story about Meadowbrook and the field. I don't know if he told you, but last year before, my girlfriend's production company in California, in LA, was putting together the plans for a baseball movie to shoot in New Jersey.
Oh.
And she told me that the scouting team is in Westwood they're about to go to Westwood to look at the fields
Oh, wow.
to possibly shoot there. And at that time I had plans to come here for, I don't know, summer or something. So I went and I was like, hey, I'll take care of it. So I went to all the Little League fields and took pictures from every angle and sent them to her in a Dropbox link. And so I don't know if her company used it at all, but a couple months later, she was like, yeah, there was a delay. And then ultimately the crew did come out and took their own photos, and all their photos looked exactly like mine. And it was Meadowbrook, it was Brookside, and where else? Pretty much all the fields
They
in
probably
Westvale.
went to Westvale.
Westvale,
the
of
new
course.
fields down
Yeah,
there.
yeah, beautiful fields down there.
Yeah, that's funny.
And
I
I
got
told
paid
her-
for it. You didn't.
I didn't get paid for shit. No, I told her too. I go, when you shoot in Westwood, let me know ahead of time. I'll get all the extras to fill the stands. I don't. And no one is gonna expect to get paid. They're just gonna be happy to be on a Netflix movie. Can you imagine?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd
And
be funny.
full circle too. And I was like, and get me the baseball coach role. I want to be the Little League coach. Get me that role. If there's an opportunity. And she's like, okay, but I think they want Jason Bateman. And I was like, okay, but yeah. So
Assistant coach.
I'm not quite there, but it's maybe assistant coach if there's no lines. I'll take that.
Umpire.
Umpire. You don't have to see my face.
Waterboy. Oh, they probably use Adam
Waterboy.
Sandler for that.
Yeah, or heckler in the crowd.
Heckler in the crowd.
Yeah. So, but you were in business a long time, a sole proprietor, right? And then you recently went to the school education system.
36 years.
Yeah. And then what was the? Because I always knew you to be Horgan Electric. And what was the inflection point for you? Were you like, all right, I'm gonna hang that up and go?
It was kind of sudden. We did a big job and big huge addition on the house, and the woman was crazy. And she stiffed the builder at the end, and it actually went through courts and everything. That's a whole nother story.
Snowballed from there.
That wasn't the old Japan job. That was the other
No,
job.
no, it was in Rutherford. But the health insurance, chasing money. My health insurance was going up another $2 or $3 grand a month. On a fluke, I got to check my mail on a Sunday morning. Got pretty annoyed. Went downstairs and just said, "School openings." And I applied to 10 different districts, and within an hour on a Sunday, I got a phone call.
Really?
Yeah. And I went on an interview the next morning up in Oakland. And that didn't work out. The money and stuff wasn't what I was looking for. And then,
And that's not that close either.
no. And then
What was
they
it?
wanted me to drive the bus.
Is that Indian Hills?
No, it was the Oakland School District.
Oh, the whole school
Grammar
district.
schools.
Yeah.
Not
Not the high school?
not the high schools.
Oh.
And then when I was out visiting you, I got the phone call from Teaneck. I said, "Well, I can't come in this week." I'm not around. So, but it was just a combination of
The time had come.
getting tired of chasing money. You know, you work
You ever miss it?
7 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
10, 12, 15, 18 hours a day. You're doing paperwork till 11 to 12 o'clock at night, and
Yeah.
you're getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Losing sleep.
You
Time
know,
for a change.
emergency calls,
Yeah.
Sunday nights, you know.
Yeah.
Or
I,
Friday afternoons, you get emergency
Yeah,
calls,
right.
which are the worst.
I miss the guys. I miss Sean and Jesse, the guys that work for me. I miss the builders that I worked for, Seahouse and Walker, Todd and Evan, and you know, a bunch of other
Frank.
guys that I worked for. That was the good part.
Yeah.
You know, they're lifelong friends now.
Of course.
You
Yeah.
know, so I don't miss the customers that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's not what I said. That's not what I wanted. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's-
Things change so much. Everybody's so demanding and right
Customer's always right.
when well,
But I always tell people a customer's not always right. Like,
we had the house in Rutherford that we lost them, you know, went to court and all that. 5 times we moved the bathroom light fixture during roughing. And after the second time, I said, I can't keep doing this. I said, anything after this.
this was after the place was sheetrocked?
No,
Oh.
it was before.
Yeah.
She was just, so I would write it on the wall and have her,
Sign
you know,
it.
date it,
Yeah.
the new measurements, date it, and have her initial it. And the builder would take pictures of it. Job is sheetrocked, coming in, go to finish. I hear yelling and screaming. She's in there with her mirror going, the light's in the wrong spot. So the builder came out and took out his camera and said, look, you signed off on this
photo evidence.
3 times. We changed it 5 times. I never did that. So we
Her
have,
DNA was on
it's
it.
your signature. It's not my signature.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
How old was this lady? Or is she just crazy?
In her, I don't know, 40s, 50s. She had kids in their 20s.
Uh-huh. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was certifiable.
Yeah.
Certifiable. It was, you know.
That reminds me when I asked you the other day, and you were like, the thing that bothers you the most, and it's when your customer tells you how to do your job.
Yeah.
That you hired me, like
Yeah,
for
why,
a reason.
Why am I here then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it. It's not a hobby.
Anybody could do that.
Yeah.
You know, Russ is like that. Russ Mitchell like that. I don't mind saying his name either because, you know, he's like related to me anyway. But he goes, "Oh, anybody could do that." And I said, "Well, okay, you do the next one.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get
Hire a plumber."
guys at work are like, what do you do? Put wire nuts, black to black, white to white. It's okay. You come in here and do it. I'll do your job. I'll push a lawnmower. You know, we'll switch.
People don't know. I mean, I sometimes when you do your continuing education every 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start
Next Saturday.
next Saturday.
Next
we gotta
Saturday,
go.
he'll tell me like, yeah, we watched a video of an industrial electrician in India who just did who evaporated
Yeah.
into thin air.
Yeah,
and
he
so
did.
and so, it's not a fucking hobby. Like that's
No.
the bottom line. It is dangerous.
Yeah, remember that when the smoke cleared, he was gone.
So what was that? He was working on a control panel. And
Switch gear, 15. I think it was 15,000 volts, something like that. And he was what do they call it? Racking in
Yeah.
the breaker where it's like on a ratchet and it slides back into place, and something went drastically wrong. There was a flash,
And he was
he was
gone.
gone.
and then he was gone.
like Batman. Just the smoke cleared and he's gone.
And then they showed you the I don't know if you ever saw the other picture was after they took a picture looking at the switchgear from basically where he was standing, and the hole went through the switchgear, through the concrete wall, and you could see the blue sky. So it blew the whole back of the switchgear out.
At least it was instant.
Yeah, and he had a suit on too.
Remember that one with the guy walking in the water in the basement?
Yeah,
He was just walking in the water. And he
How
just,
high was the water?
waist deep maybe.
yeah.
And he just grazed a steam pipe. Just barely touched it. He was dead before he hit
Oh.
the water.
Yeah, just
Yeah, and that I went to a couple parties in college that were in basements, and these idiot kids would bring foam into they would fill the basement with water and soap. So it would be like a foam party, right? And so girls could get, down, take their clothes off, and we can just be in there, and it would be fun. And I remember I was in one of them once, and I remember I was wearing flip flops, so I was up to ankle deep basically. And I'm looking around, and I see some wires hanging, and I just think about you. And I'm like, oh shit, if he was here, he'd tell me to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible. And I remember telling people I was with, I was like, I don't think that. I know that's not right. Yeah. And I do not think we should be here. And so we left.
That's not safe, yeah.
No.
I thought you were going to say you felt a little tingle going on.
I probably
we
wouldn't be here.
like we used to go to the football games. It was the two of us, our buddy Fidel and Bill.
Mm-hmm. An NFL game.
Yeah, we'd go to different cities, and we'd be walking around the stadium, and the three of us would be going, oh, look at that, look at the light, look how they piped that in there, look at that, what size is that transformer? And Bill would be like, what the hell, you're on vacation?
Well, Bill's talking to the cheerleaders, while we're looking at the pipes.
Yeah, never not working, right? That's just what happens, though. You're calibrated. It's like,
It's what we know.
It's what I'm in a business now that has manufacturing elements to it, and now I'm always like, how is this made? Injection molds and plastic and weld lines, and I'm like, you notice these things more,
Yeah.
It's
You
interesting.
pick it up and
Pick it up. Your focus changes. But other than that one crazy bitch, is there anyone else or a job in your past where you were like, man, that was just...
Oh, I've had a couple of jobs where if the homeowner, if the wife, whatever you want to call her, if she was in the house, I wasn't allowed there. And if I was there working, she wasn't allowed to be in the house so that we could finish the job.
Yeah. Okay.
Just...
So weird.
Did you ever get thrown off a job? I did.
I got thrown out of baseball games.
Well, I threw you out of a baseball game.
You threw him out.
I threw him out. Yeah, he was arguing with the umpire, and he was talking rather loudly. And he was standing by the dugout, and he was holding the scorebook. I said, "Give me." You know what you did? You threw the scorebook on the ground. You threw the scorebook on the ground. I said, "Pick that up." He picked it up. I said, "Give it to me." He gave it to me. I said, "Now get in your truck and go home."
I think I remember this.
I
This is
don't
in the middle of the
remember
game.
ever getting thrown off of a job.
I got thrown off of a job once. We were working out in Vernon, and the guy was raising beagles, because they're great hunting dogs. And what he was doing was starving them. So if you starve the dogs, they hunt better. And I, thought that was...
You work for PETA, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was wrong. And the guy, actually kicked me off the job. Actually, I was allowed back on. It was Frank DeGennaro. He talked to the guy and let me come back. But I just said, this isn't right. You can't be starving.
No.
These dogs are barking all day long.
Yeah.
Because they're hungry.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Starving the dogs so they hunt better.
No.
It's crazy.
We had a lot of fun talking to Larry. He had a lot of funny anecdotes about customers you'll never forget, or tools you can't live without, or
Well, when we started out, we didn't have some of the tools we have now either.
Right, the evolution.
Like the fine tool. Something like that.
just
I mean, that's like the universal
electrical
tool.
testers, the circuit tracers, power analyzers, and stuff like that.
Still have our stud finders though.
Your dad was an electrician. Was anyone in your family in the industry beforehand, or
No.
friends, or...
My uncle
Cousins?
works with Con Edison. That was about it. He worked in the electrical underground. But other than that, no.
What drew you into it initially?
My mother.
Yeah? And she's like, you got to get a good job? And
No. I guess it was my freshman year in high school, the first day of summer. She threw a book. I was in bed sleeping, and she threw a book at me, and it woke me up with it. And I was looking at it. It says residential wiring. And I look at her, and I said, "What's this?"
Yeah.
And she said, "We're gonna do the attic. We're going to put up the bathroom and 2 bedrooms for you and your brother. And my mother and I spent the summer, and we framed it and wired it and did the
Oh,
plumbing.
you framed it too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did the sheetrock?
Didn't have a nail gun though, did you?
No. That was my summer vacation that year. So I learned to do electrical work, and then they had, at school you had back then you had small engines and
So literally, jolted you out of a deep sleep with your career.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like literally, with a book to the face. That's great.
That's,
I like
that's
working
cool
with-
getting a book thrown at you.
I like working with my hands anyway.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah, it aligned with what you were interested in.
And then the next year it was like before you, I guess it was my 16th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Before you come home from school, you'll have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Sounds
girl
good.
in my class, the father had an electrical company, and I said, "Do you, Dad, need help?" Yeah, sure. And then
That's great.
I was doing weekends and stuff, and I've been doing it ever since. So that was 1975, 76.
Mm-hmm.
Not as long as you.
Well, it's just a calendar thing.
You and Thomas Edison.
And then
Thanks, Brian.
and then Kyle got into it. Your son Kyle got into it, and is he a licensed?
No.
in any, or is
No, no. Kyle is a structured cabling project manager.
Okay.
He does data centers and the companies that he worked for. He worked for Cantor Fitzgerald, doing IT stuff for them, troubleshooter and stuff, and then he, moved on from that and worked his way up to project manager, and so he does big stuff. He worked at the electrical supply house,
Yeah.
Cooper,
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
a few years.
I always look forward to
But
seeing
all my
him there.
kids worked for me as kids.
Yeah.
I would take them on Saturdays. Even Molly would come in once in a blue moon,
Mm-hmm.
learn how to use tools. I said, if you don't know anything else, you'll at least be able to fix an outlet or change a switch.
It's kind of a requirement if you're.
We FaceTimed that one time when you were.
Oh, yeah.
He told him how to put up a Ring camera or something like that.
It was a hardwired Ring camera floodlight combo.
So I did it
taught
from
me.
3,000 miles away.
Yeah, that was a couple of years.
I was the shell answer man.
Everyone in the house was so impressed. They're like, "Are you an electrician?" I was like, nope.
But this guy is.
This guy is. Yeah. So it's kind of a requirement, though. If your dad's electrician, blue collar, you end up just inheriting some of those skills.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah. Or you go the opposite direction and you just like,
Well,
Well,
I still.
my oldest is the opposite.
there you go.
He worked for me and he was pretty good and was learning stuff, but he
Didn't
had
take on to
no interest to
Yeah.
do it. So,
I can't believe how many of the younger people, like my friend Glenn, the one that makes the tools for the nuclear plants. I did that heat job with the hydronic heat, the basement. He doesn't know which way to turn a light bulb.
yeah.
It's amazing.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Van, sorry, Van.
Who's that?
Van's my friend Glenn's son.
Oh.
He's not handy at all. And when he was telling me we did this, we did that, I said, "You did that? You did a good job." Well, not me, but
Well, they took all that stuff out of schools.
yeah.
There's no more machine shops, no
No.
more woodworking shops, no more. You had mechanical drawing.
Yeah.
You had all of that stuff. I lived in the basement of the of the school. From our school went from 7th to 12th, so I was never up in the hallways. I was always in the basement. Small engines, electrical, plumbing, mechanical drawing classes. Shop
You take
classes.
graphic arts at all?
Sounds fun.
Graphic arts was the typesetting.
No, we didn't have that.
We did that, but our job we didn't. Everybody got an A, but typesetting we did the school newspaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, like even,
and then they'd reel it off.
in Teaneck, they had way back. They had aeronautics.
No way.
You could do, it was the first high school in the country to have aeronautics, and they used to rebuild plane engines and learn about airframes and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
And then they had machine shops, automotive shops. The one automotive shop, they closed in the big doors. They had full bays with lifts and everything in it, and it's all gone.
Wow.
But did you have a rifle club?
We did.
Oh, you did? Okay, because we had one too.
We had a rifle range. There was no rifle club by the time.
Was
I
it
in high
was a
school.
rifle range indoors?
Well, you still had deer and stuff and
Yeah.
horses on your
and
property.
we wore, raccoon hats too.
Yeah. There was a rifle range in Rutherford High School. Yeah.
Well, because this guy Ronnie, I know, his locker was right next door to there, and he used to walk to school with his rifle over his shoulder, and his friends used to keep their rifles in his locker because it was right next to the rifle range.
Yeah.
In the school.
It's a different world.
I mean, it was the worst thing we ever really had were bomb scares back then.
Yeah.
You know,
No school shootings or anything.
no.
Well,
never
I
went that far.
told you we just done Friday. Yeah, yesterday. There was another kid wrote on the wall, "I'm going to shoot this place up."
Come on.
Yeah, T-Nex, second time this year. Yep.
Do we know anything about who it was or who could have been yet? Or
From what my daughter told me, Molly told me that she read online that it was a girl. They caught them. They caught the person because the cameras. You can't go anywhere in the schools without being on a camera, inside or out.
Sure, yeah, kind of necessary, right?
Yeah,
These days.
everything's on camera. So it happened at the beginning of the year, and they caught the person, I believe, and supposedly they caught the person yesterday. But the police, surround the building. The last time, like the day after, they had drones flying around. They had cops at every entrance, and this is a grammar school we're in.
Oh, that was a grammar school?
Oh no, I'm sorry, middle school. Middle school is where it happened. Checking everybody's backpacks. Everybody got searched going into the building and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but they never tell us.
They think
We're
they
in
would.
our shops, and
Yeah.
we hear through the
have
grapevine.
to go home
it's
and
like,
watch
"You
it
see
on
all
TV."
the cops outside, and, yeah, it's like
You should get an alert at least, like a text.
you would
or-
think we would get something.
Something through your phone.
No, nothing, not a thing.
All this talk online with AI, the jobs that AI isn't coming for are the electrical jobs, the plumbing jobs, all these things. So now I keep thinking, like all these, shops and, wood shop and electrical engineering and things in high schools that weren't there. I'm sure they'll come back. I mean,
I think they are coming back
they
a
would
little
have
bit.
to.
From what I understand, the state is putting money back into districts, putting back shops. Bergen County, I think, is building another new school to do more of that, but on the county
Vocational.
level.
Yeah, it wouldn't be in like
It's not going
Westwood
back.
High School. It'd be
No.
one
Yeah.
central location.
Yeah.
Well, Bergen County had it too. They had Hackensack. They had one in Paramus too.
They still do, but I think they're building a
Yeah.
new modern one to bring it up to speed.
Wood shop was fun, man. That was.
Who'd
that
you
was
have,
probably-
Mr. Sand?
Mr. Sand and Mr. Skoko. So they were like,
I just knew Mr. Sand.
And if we were late to class, because it was in like the other wing of the school, and so, okay, if you have class on one side, we only have 4 minutes, right, to get there. If you were late, he made you had two choices. You could either get a late, like, detention, or you could get on top of the table and sing "I'm a Little Teapot." Okay? So,
I would have sang "I'm a Little Teapot."
ended up singing "I'm a Little Teapot" a couple of times.
Wow.
Because it's fucking embarrassing, but I was like, I don't care. I do not want detention. I got baseball practice.
Yeah, you don't want
and I don't
Yoko
want to get
yelling
yelled
at
at by him. So I'm gonna get on top of this table and I'm gonna sing "I'm a Little Teapot." And you had to do it with the here is my handle and here's my spout. You had to do this shit in front of everybody.
Wow, that's crazy.
20 kids, and everyone's just sitting there going, because you're standing up there and they're just laughing or just fucking doing this.
Nowadays, that teacher would be fired for that.
Yeah.
The way
But
they are.
good for them. Good for. I think they both made us do it. Skoko was a little more lenient, but it's like, give me some pets.
Need some attention.
Yeah, but we did have mechanical drawing, and that
I
was
like
when they had
mechanical drawing.
They had the
I would have
computers.
liked. I think if I was an electrician, I might have tried to be an architect or something like that, because I could draw a straight line and put an arrow at the end of it.
I still have my mechanical drawing
tools.
tools
Yeah.
downstairs from high school. Was that over 50 years ago?
All my pads are graph paper pads, because I love graph.
Yeah,
paper.
it looks good. It's like satisfying. Yeah, we had these like computer programs, and
Yeah, you
spit
guys were
something
learning
out and-
CAD and stuff.
Yeah, CAD. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no cell phones, nothing
No.
when we were in school
What's CAD?
It's a computer software for
for mechanical drawing.
Mechanical.
Oh, okay.
Blueprints. And,
CAD files. Yeah, now I deal with CAD files from a designing standpoint. Like the designers we work with on our products, they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, check out the CAD files," you know.
yeah,
But now this stuff is all like AI integrated, and
3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you don't have to know how to input. You can what's called vibe coding, which is a general term, but it probably applies in the sense where you literally just tell the software what you want to happen. You don't have to have a language. You don't need to know how to like at the
It
coding
understands
level.
what you're saying.
Yeah, it translates what you're saying into code, like ones and zeros.
I just read an article this morning, actually, in EC&M magazine, that the new CAD drawings, or whatever they call it now, AI-generated stuff, does 3-dimensional and puts all the mechanicals in. So it's usually HVAC come in first, all the tin knockers, then the plumbers, then it's electricians, then low voltage crap and whatever else has to be in there. So by the time the electricians come in, you're like, dude, I got to put lights there, or I got to put my panel there. You
Yeah.
got a plumbing pipe there. With the new stuff, you look at the drawing and go on the 3D thing, and it tells you, well, this is where the electrical's going, this is where the plumbing's going, and here's where the light's going, and it avoids all the conflicts between the trades and stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's something that you could have used a long time ago. Yeah.
I spoke to the inspector from Englewood yesterday, and it's your buddy Joe from Rutherford.
Oh yeah, DeSalvo?
Yeah, he's not in Westwood anymore. He loved
Oh.
Westwood, but it just didn't work out. So he's
Who is this?
doing somebody that Brian knows from Rutherford. He's an electrical inspector in Englewood because he took over for George, and he's going to get back to me on some of the stuff.
Is this one of the good ones or one of the bad ones?
He's a good one.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He was the mayor of Rutherford for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he talks to you like you're a human being.
Yeah, because he told me stories of a inspector that would pass a job that obviously he didn't inspect.
From the
'Cause
car.
then you would go in and you'd be like, "Well, no one was here."
Yeah, from the car.
Yeah.
Here's the sticker. Oh wait,
Yeah.
you can't. You got to bleep that out
Why?
because you got to.
Okay. But for the people in the back, like, what does that mean? The sticker.
A sticker? Well,
That's
you
the
want the good
certificate.
sticker. Yeah, you want it's
The
the
approval.
approval for the
Right.
job.
Without
But-
even walking in the building.
Yeah.
But you don't want to
Get anyone in trouble.
get anyone in trouble. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. If this is making enough noise to where someone's like, "Oh," that's a
Well,
good
you know,
thing.
I know I've got at least.
know what you're saying.
You've heard stories.
Huh?
You've
heard
heard
stories.
stories.
Yeah, I've heard story. Yeah, this is
No
what I've
guy.
heard.
But then you got guys on the other way that are just
Yeah.
Yeah.
incompetent and don't know what they're doing and fail you for things.
Oh,
and
God.
When you call them out, it's
That one job where the guy ran his electric line to the basement in water pipe, water white PVC, and then used the PVC elbows. Oh God! I just gave the guy a price for a ductless unit in the basement. And I said, I'm only going to do it if I can redo what you have here. I said that's horrible.
I mean, the newer inspectors are smart. They know their stuff.
Like
They're
Tommy?
Yeah, they're really good. They're very thorough, and some people call them pains in the asses, but he's failing you because the book says this is the way to do it.
By the book.
Yeah, if you do it right,
Yeah.
they're not a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
If you do it wrong, you're probably not too far off.
Oh, and the next code book, 26,
Yeah.
they're reorganizing the whole thing. So you're not going to look at section 250 and, go see that section 440. You get to 440, it says, go back to 250. It sends you back. So they're redoing the book, so everything is,
Consolidated. Like,
yeah. And
More
there's gonna
intuitive.
be, like there's 8 sections now, there's going to be like 12 sections of the book. So they're
Oh,
redoing,
okay.
reorganizing the whole book. So you're getting out at the right
I'm
time.
getting out at the right time. I should have got out a long time ago.
a lot of guys are getting into it. Young kids at a high school. What would you say to an up and coming newbie in the field?
Stick it out.
Yes,
You're
stick
gonna
with
make
it.
You're going to make a killing because there's
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah.
There's not enough, especially with AI coming along and all the places they're building and all the things that have to think about around here, especially all the old buildings are all going to be either retrofitted or new. That to meet the new demands and the new codes and the new AI crap that's coming around.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Data centers.
It's like when I worked in California. I mean, all the houses here, 200. Some of them were close to 200 years old. Out there, everything's new. It was like,
Yeah.
it's a
But
no-
even like doing a service now, it used to be okay. Change the meter pan, change the panel, put new wire, and you're done. Now it's no. You got to put a switch outside. You got to put
surge protector in.
protection in the panel.
Yeah.
You know, it's constantly
arc fault and GFI.
Yeah,
Everything
GFI
is.
breakers.
And you just
GFI
told me
arc
that
fault
air
breakers.
conditioners have to be arc fault protected.
Yeah, all the new like air conditioning unit outside has to be GFI protected. Each one of those things, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You're talking like a 2-pole breaker could be $125 for a residential. You start getting into commercial stuff,
900.
they're
over-
$3,000, $4,000 to buy that GFI breaker, where the normal breaker would be a couple $100, $300. Now it's thousands of dollars. So the money is
It's there.
it's sick.
I went to
Wow.
buy a breaker at Cooper, and Lee told me, I said, Lee, how much is it? Well, it's $900. I go, all right, well, it is what it is. He goes, oh, no, that's our price. It's
Yeah.
$1,100 to you. I go, well, what am I going to do? So it's $1,100 to me, so it's $1,300 to them.
And then to the customer, how do you figure that in?
It
And you just
depends
do
on the
labor,
customer.
right? But that
Yeah.
depends on the customer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mark up everything too.
Sure. Yeah.
That's where you make your money is on material too.
Yeah. Sometimes you can make a day's pay on just on the material.
Mm.
You know, if you're buying a breaker that's like commercial, if it's normal breaker's a couple $100, you mark it up 10, 20%, whatever your markup is, or you mark up a breaker that's $3,500 at 10, 20%.
20%
The
is
whole
good.
day, yeah.
Yeah. Some
that's
guys mark
cheap.
it up
That-
even more.
Yeah, they like 30, 35%. Plumbers mark up their stuff 30, 35%. Or
it's-
double it sometimes.
I have friends that are like new homeowners, and they're so intimidated by all this naturally because they're not in this world or they don't know people, and they're so like D'Amico, for example. He calls me every so often. He's like, hey, I need someone to help me do this. Can you refer me? Can your dad refer me? Because they just don't know. He's very cautious about who to hire, and he's afraid of getting ripped off.
But he does some pretty good stuff too.
But yeah, I mean, he
and
watches.
Des
a lot of
does
YouTube.
good work too.
Does he?
They watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. But still, you still need someone good, trustworthy in there, and
YouTube also can get you hurt,
yeah, I know.
depending on which YouTube version you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
can
true.
have some knucklehead showing you how to do something, and you can end up electrocuting yourself or blowing your house up.
Yeah. Like,
Be like that guy in India.
every time I go to Dez's house, he always wants to show me the HVAC system that Joe Tasca put into his house. He's so proud of it,
Yeah.
So, like, point is, like, these guys. The good thing is, though, they're quick learners. So these kids that I grew up with, I didn't think had like a blue collar bone in their body. Now they have workshops in their.
That's what happens when you buy something.
Oh yeah,
You
you got to own it.
when it's not yours and you didn't pay for it, you don't give a crap. When you're buying it and paying the monthly bills and hey, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is mine.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do I change the outlet or do I pay an electrician $200 to come in and change the outlet for me? It adds up,
It does.
especially if you got kids in diapers.
Yeah.
You know,
You got to
a,
pick
new,
and choose.
a thing of diapers or pay the electrician. Baby formula or pay the plumber.
Right.
You know,
These are important questions.
the toilet's clogged. Well, okay, figure it out.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You learn. You learn. Crap. When we bought our first homes,
Yeah, you learn.
you learn.
Yeah. He tells me that I can't even I was talking to Des recently about it, and he was like, I cannot believe that your dad built the house that you grew up in and the one next to it from like a blueprint that he found in a store.
Well, basically,
That was like this starter home
it
system.
was. Yeah. Well, it was a finish home too, because that's basically what was our house for
Yeah.
many years.
Yeah, but it's just kind of a mind-blowing thing to think about. You pick out a
Plus,
set
it
of
was
blueprints.
It was
This
built
looks
on
good.
piles too.
Yeah,
28, 40-foot piles in the
because
ground.
of the soft ground.
Yeah. But we didn't do that.
No.
The Westwood Swamp.
Oh yeah, horrible.
Yeah, but then you just
If you walk around that house, you can see where the tar
ceiling.
was, but you couldn't see it before because the ground sunk, a foot and a half. But the house will never move. Like you never get those
Oh, I
cracks.
remember your driveway had sunk that real,
Oh, yeah.
real far. Yeah.
Well, that's because there was a dead deer buried underneath my driveway.
And the Volkswagen's in the back.
Volkswagen's in the back. This is a good story because the guys that helped me build the house, they were Westwood cops and Washington Township cops.
yeah.
And I showed up to the house early one day. It was still dark out, and I'm walking through to plug the temporary lights in, and I'm walking through the middle of the garage, and I end up hugging a deer that is hanging
Oh,
from the rafters because they went hunting. They had no place to hang it because you have to pull the blood so they can gut it and everything.
So it was hanging by its feet.
It was I forget, maybe from its neck.
From its neck, usually.
Did it freak you out, or was it?
Oh yeah, kind of because I didn't expect to hug a deer in my garage.
Yeah, too.
So, so then the guy came that day. The cops had called somebody, and they came, and he gutted it in the garage. And I had a 1960 Ford Dynaho backhoe. I dug a big hole where the driveway was going. I took the rest of the deer, and I buried it in the driveway. And then eventually it deteriorated, and we had a hole in the.
So 100 years from now, when they rip that down and there's an archaeological dig there, they're going to be, oh, someone's bones.
And then Mike
Call
Gruber across the
homicide.
street had an old Volkswagen Thing. The Thing was an old German staff car from like World War II, but he had Volkswagen built them here, and we ended up burying that in the backyard. And then we put the pool over
By
it.
mistake.
Oh no, we.
I thought it was stuck. I
No,
thought,
no, it was in
Oh.
the backyard. And we had to put it somewhere. So, remember the round pool we had? Remember the hole we had that formed the
Yeah,
bottom of the
sinkholes,
plastic? Yeah, it's because the car rotted away underneath.
I just thought it was soft ground. But,
It was not soft. It was soft.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. This is great. This is fun. A little trip down memory lane. Little tidbits for the kids. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It is what it's about.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba do.
Yeah, but that would do.
do.
But thanks, Bri. Thanks for letting us in, and
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Good seeing
It was
you.
a lot of fun. Great to see you.